it wasn't an easy game. There was a lot going on with the conditions. There was sort of almost two different games in our innings, where before the rain it played a certain way, and then after the rain it changed. What our team does pretty well is assess conditions, and I think we played very well to have only one down at the rain break. And after that, kind of got ourselves into a great position to finish well. We only got 39, I think, for 5 wickets in the back end. So that was, a bit disappointing. We thought it was maybe just below par. 170 here is hard to chase, and that was a little bit less than that. So we were a little bit worried, but you kind of say to yourself that our batters are good, and if our batters struggle, there is something in the wicket. Although it quickened up, we felt that with a new ball, maybe we could get early wickets, and our bowling has been phenomenal throughout the whole campaign, and they were on it tonight, and delighted to get the win. No, it's been fantastic. I mean, he must be probably leading. I'm sure he's up there leading wicket taker. He's put his name up for higher honours, that's for sure. And he's been very much part of our, our attack. He's missed a couple of games even, and he's still up there with a wicket. So, he bowls pretty. He bowls in good areas all the time. Very competitive. And tonight it wasn't only about him. He did get that double wicket maiden, which was fantastic. But Dan Worrell got 4 overs for 11 runs, which put the pressure on and stopped any scoring. And then Marco Jansen got 4 for 16 or 17. So the seam bowlers all did very, very well. And it was tough for our spinners, and I thought that they were remarkably good in the slick conditions that were there, and obviously bowling at class. And I thought they adapted very, very well. Harmer goes 3 overs for 16, and Dawson bowled tough overs there and got 2 for 36. So, I'm very happy with how things went tonight with the ball. I'd also must say that David Milan scored a really classy innings and held it together for us and got us to a competitive total, if not a winning total, at halfway. The message was to bowl seam-up balls on a pitch that seemed to have quickened up a lot, and it was to get to bowl test lengths, and Worrell and Marco Jansen and Othniel Bartman all did that. They bowled test lengths at the start to get the ball to go laterally, and we thought if it could go laterally, we would be in the game. They are a formidable side. They are a top side, and for us to come and beat them like this in such a big game is just fantastic for us. Yeah, I don't think he overcoaches. I think he's very calm. He just gives a little bit of advice here and there, and if Dale speaks, you listen. And so I think they've all benefited from his wisdom and from his experience, and he just sort of drop feeds it in on, here and there, and they all have responded throughout the tournament. Our bowlers' economy has been better than anyone else in throughout the other 6 teams. So something's going right, and we've got to give credit to Dale, and something's gone right with our batting as well, and you've got to give credit to Russell Domingo there as well. So our support staff have really been on it, and we've got them to thank where we are today. Absolutely, we're delighted with that, but also knowing that you're in a final, it's pretty hard to get to a final, especially when every team can beat anyone. There's no easy games, and we feel very fortunate that we have got to the final. So we're delighted, really. Yeah, he was a player looking from the outside in, probably jealous of the guys, all selected, and he came in. We were quite keen to get him. Once we had an injury, he was the one player that was put to us. He's also a Warriors player, so he's from, he plays his cricket in at Gqeberha and St George's. So we're quite keen to have a blend of home players. So you know, he was the obvious choice, and he does balance our team. You know, batting at 6, bowling the odd over, and when the conditions are right, bowling more than the odd over. I mean, he got a 3 for 8 not too long ago, and you know, he has balanced our team, and we saw the power that he has in the previous game, and you always got that in the shed. And as a coach and as a team, you always it gives you a lot of confidence to have that sort of power coming in late in the inning, in an inning. So yeah, he's been very good. You know, I must say our bench. You know, you're only as strong as your bench, and a lot of those players haven't played, and yet they give their energy and they give their support, and they, you know, I can only, you know, doff my cap to those guys that aren't playing. They haven't played any matches, and they are as keen as anyone to win this trophy. Yeah, we sort of done it in a different way this year. You know, last year we sort of just got into playoffs. Although we came third, we didn't come fourth, and then, you know, played a very, very good semi-final in Pretoria, and then played the final and sort of got in the back door almost. I wouldn't say quite the back door. We sort of played very well at the right time. At the beginning of the tournament last year, we weren't so good. This year, we weren't good in our first game, and ever since then, we've been, you know, we've been pretty good. We had a little bit of a hiccup against Pretoria, chasing 125, but there was something in the wicket, and we unfortunately didn't get over the line there. But you know, with the ball, we've been better and better and better, and with the bat, we've also put up the numbers that we needed. So this year, we've got to the final, we got to the playoffs. You know, we got there ahead of anyone else in the, well, not in timing, but you know, we were top of the league standings in the group stages, and so we've done it a different way. And the challenge now is to continue this form, because we are a team in form, and you know, we hopefully can take, you know, play one more good game. Okay, I siyavuya kakhulu. Sidlalile kakuhle kule tournament, and sijonga phambili, sijonga ngomgqibelo sizawudlala, and siyavuya kakhulu and siyathemba ba sizawudlala kakuhle. Ngathi iform yethu inhle kakhulu, and ndiqinisekile ba sizawudlala kakuhle ngomgqibelo.
Yeah, I think obviously they batted pretty reasonably in that first 10 overs, and when the rain came, it actually gave us a break to reassess what would be working for us. So I felt that we brought it back very nicely, especially those probably last 5 to 6 overs. And yeah, like 158, you would have thought, you know, is a comparative total, but with the quality that we have in the dugout, you would think that, you know, 1 or 2 good partnerships away from coming through. So we were very positive, you know, in that sense. But you know, those first 6 overs, they bowled extremely well. So yeah, can't fight that. I think in hindsight, you can always say that. I mean, if you look at how they bowled, they obviously, you know, we had the first 6 overs where there was no rain, and the wicket looked like it played pretty reasonably. And after that rain, and you saw with our back end of our innings, it became very tough to score with the. Looked like it quickened up a little bit, and the extra bounce. So it's hard to point at any specific thing, but you know, maybe we could have just taken a little bit more care in terms of how we approach that first 6 to 8 overs. That's the only thing I would think. I think, yeah, we have tired bodies, but you know, fortunately, if you look at how the tournament has shaped up, I mean, I think 2 weeks ago we had, you know, 3 or 4 back-to-back games with a day rest. So it's, you know, obviously going back to the drawing board in terms of individually what's been working for you. And yes, the travel is part of these tournaments. It's not like they drew up the fixture yesterday. We knew that this is something that was going to probably happen or could happen. So it's just about getting to Joburg, be mentally fresh, and you know, see whoever we play, and then obviously you can't play a game that hasn't happened yet, so we don't even know who we're playing as of yet. So back our skills, obviously try to get over the disappointment of tonight, and come Thursday, hopefully we're firing. So yeah. Oh, it's always been great. I think obviously would have liked to play a lot of more games, but having someone like Lance who's very transparent in why you're missing out, and sort of makes it easier for me to even go field and have the energy and try to make an impact when I'm not playing, and make an impact in the field, and when I have the opportunities, actually not trying too hard, because we are that team that sort of horses for courses. So some guys will miss out, and that's just how it is. But yeah, personally, happy to have found a bit of form, and as a team we have found form. This time last year we were watching these games at home, so there is that positive. And yes, we're taking the longer route, but at least it's an opportunity.